Yes! 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 Blessed be thy Wednesday night. It's Drone Brews, and I would be digressed. Dare I digress that I've already drank. I have been drinking. I am primed. I went to dinner with my brother-in-law. We had dinner. It was a guy's night. It's Wednesday night. It's guy's night. We had dinner, and I said, let's fucking do this. We're gonna drink. We're gonna do this. And I've got a beautiful cigar cittery. Let me reboot. Can I reboot? Why does it sound so weird in my ear, Paul? What is Paul fucking doing? Anyways, Cigar City Brewery.
Damn it, man. Wow. I forgot I had the hard tune button on. I sounded like T-Pain.
Yeah!
T-Pain. I love T-Pain. Tonight's going to be a great night. We've got a special guest tonight. I've got producer Paul with me.
It's going to be that was, yeah.
What happened, Paul? What happened? I don't have a special guest,
Paul. I pressed
Paul.
the wrong button. I'm sorry. I
don't have a special guest, Paul. I have booked 0 guests. Nobody wants to be on this show, Paul. Who would want to be on this show, damn it? Paul, anyways, here's what we're drinking tonight. We're drinking Guarabara Citra Pale Ale from Cigar Cittery. Why do I keep wanting to say Cittery? Cittery.
You don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Paul, I quit. I'm done with this tonight. I'm going to put my merchandise on, Paul.
Oh, not the terrorist outfit. Oh, great.
No, stop it there, Paul. All right there, we're demonetized and all the dislikes, all the things. I think people watch the show just to dislike it sometimes. They are just such assholes. But we're going to drink this Cigar City Brewery India Pale Ale. I'm gonna crack one open, Paul. I'm gonna give you a first test. This is the first time I've ever tried this. There, Paul. There, Paul. Paul. There, Paul.
And you've
Paul.
already had probably about 5 by now. So
I've had a few. I thank God for Uber. So let's try this. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good, Paul.
I forgot I have a button. Oh, bless it. Yo, let's check out the chat because look, there's the 2 dislikes. All right, fuck you. Did I make it clear enough for you 2 fucking pricks that like to click the dislike button? Welcome to Drone Brews, you piece of shits.
You're supposed to hit the dislike button twice, people. Twice.
Yeah, click it twice, cocksuckers. I don't even care. Tonight the channel could burn down, Paul. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning.
Whether we get a
do
like or dislike, it's all the same. It's just interaction.
That's what I think, Paul. I don't even really give a shit. I really genuinely don't care. I don't care. But fuck them. All right, so tonight we've got a good show. It's been a good day, man. We've did some flying. We've got some stuff to talk about. Some things. I'm moving my hands. That means there's important things happening because that's what happens on Drone Brews. A lot of important things. We move our hands when important things happen. We have a birthday. Do we have a birthday in the house? No? Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. I thought this was like the Sizzler where you're like, we got a birthday in the house. And then you sing the happy birthday song. No. All right. Let's go ahead and greet the chat, Paul. Paul, let's greet the chat, Paul.
Greet the chat.
Greet the chat, Paul.
That's what you said you wanted to do. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Let's do that. Who do we have here, Paul? I see Nate Gordon.
Halber here in the house today.
Rick Halber! Who else we got, Paul?
Sunrise Media.
Sunrise Media. He sent me stickers.
What?
Sunrise Media sent me stickers. Zach never gave me my stickers today. He
is
sent me
is that what you got in the mail today?
That's what I got in the mail. It was not anthrax, despite what I told you on the phone. It was not anthrax. It was Sunrise Media sent me stickers, Paul. That was good. Thank you.
Good job, Sunrise.
Good rise. I don't know why I'm saying. I'm just saying words. Words are just coming out of my mouth. I am so messed up. It's gonna be a disaster. I did promise. Full disclosure. If I'm just being completely honest, I did promise my wife tonight I would be done streaming by at least 10:45 for sexual relations. Just saying. I'm just saying. Sexual relations.
Pretty good luck this week myself, but anyway, I'm not.
I am in the sexual relations this evening. What do we got? Something to give away. We've got 4 of these things to give away, Paul.
That's surprising, by the way.
I am giving away. I am giving away some things today, and today we are giving away. We're gonna have a challenge tonight, Paul.
Ooh, a landing pad?
Yes. We are giving away landing pads. I am not a landing pad guy, but this landing pad is so nice, Paul.
It looks really nice. I mean,
Paul, let me unwrap this landing pad.
Pillow you can lay your head on.
Paul, I want to show you just how nice this landing pad is. Like on a scale of 1 to 12, this landing pad is easily a 13.
Jared Spink in the house. What's up, Jared?
Paul, look how nice this landing pad is, Paul.
Wow, that's huge.
It's huge. It's the biggest landing pad, and it's so easy to put away. You fold it up like a taco, and then you just you get it back into this little circle.
It's like a 5-in-1 reflector.
Dude, it's so well built. It is the nicest, most well-built landing pad I've ever feasted my eyes upon.
Does it have built-in diffusion? I mean, that's the question.
Let me tell you this. Your precision landing is going to be so much more precise with this Hoodman Autel Robotics landing pad. You're going to be the envy of everybody who's landing a drone. You're going to be the envy of and here's the best part about this swag we're giving away tonight. We're giving away 4 of them. You've got a little satchel piece. So check it out, Paul.
Satchel.
Paul,
I love satchels.
Look at this, Paul. You can satchelate it. Oh,
what about backpack? Come on, can you backpack it?
It could be a backpack. It could be whatever you want. But ladies and gentlemen, for the mere value of watching tonight's stream, we're going to be giving away 4 of these to some lucky viewers. Now we're going to make you jump through hoops for this piece of
be exciting
gear. So beautiful. It's a wonderful about robotics.
The way you stroke that is
it's absolutely delectable, Paul.
I need a can you program me a that's what she said button on my end? That would be
I'm sure I could, Paul. We'll program that. It's
China.
Yep, there we go. All right. So we got a wonderful show tonight. Thank you all for spending your evening with me in the current state that I am in. I am forever grateful. I hear an echo. Paul, do you hear myself talk after you talk?
No, I think you're just drunk.
I don't know. I feel like that could be. I feel like I hear myself echo. All right. So, Paul, how are we going to make people win these? Do you have questions we're going to ask, Paul? We're going to have questions. Do we have questions? Yeah, we need questions, Paul. Or, here's what we do. I'm thinking this is what we do. We're going to give away 4 of them. I want to bring 4 people on the show tonight. We're going to bring 4 people on the show, and I want to give those 4 people something. And we're going to have a prize. Here's the prize, Paul. It's going to be like a game show. It's going to be a game show, Paul.
A game show. This is exciting.
This is a game show. We're going to have a game show. And the prize is they win one of these landing pads, but they have to answer the question.
Game show music ready for you, but anyway.
Ron, I did just see the text. I apologize, my friend. I didn't call you back. That is definitely my fault on that. Ronald Lockwood called, or he texted me today. I was so slammed I totally forgot to respond back, and then I started drinking, and then I definitely didn't respond back after drinking. So that tends to happen. All right, so what's the title? Let's talk about the title, because I am so bad about title talk. I sold my Autel EVO again. Now the thumbnail
Evo
is a
one.
bit the Evo 1. The thumbnail is deceptive because it's an Evo. It's an Evo 2. It's a bit deceptive, but that's only because I couldn't find an Evo 1 PNG. And I'm not gonna work that hard for it. So I did sell my Evo 1, and I sold it to a gentleman locally. And I show up, I give the guy the Evo. We're talking, nicest guy you could ever imagine. He's so nice. His name's Brian. He lives out in Lakeland, and we're talking, and he's telling me all about these different drones that he bought throughout the year. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, this guy has no idea he's getting the best deal of his life, because I just wanted it. The real reason why I got rid of the Evo is not because I hate the drone. It's because I wanted it out of my freaking office. It's taking up space, and I wasn't using it. So I'm just like, I'm willing to give it away basically at a fraction of the cost. He gets a great deal on it. He's telling me how he subscribed to Dustin Dunhill. He's telling me all these wonderful things. And I'm like, this guy has no idea who I am. I'm like, I put out so many Evo videos. He has no idea who I am.
You would think that he would have at least, YouTubed Evo.
He didn't put 2 and 2 together. He didn't
put the first person up, right?
So I told him, and then he ended up subscribing. So that was nice. But he got a good deal on a drone. He's got a phenomenal drone because I made sure it was in impeccable shape. He got 2 batteries, the whole shebang, case, battery charger. He is equipped with what I would say is enough to start what he wants. He wants to get his 107. He wants to do this professionally. So he's got a good start, because I made a lot of money with the Evos.
I think it does, I could have done a lot of stuff with an Evo.
Jake's Drone Life asked me where his mount is. I did print him a mount, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, Jake. I fucked up, man. I'm the worst with shipping stuff out. If it takes any required effort to ship something out, I suck with it. So I will definitely make sure tomorrow I'm hitting the fucking post office, and I'll send that Priority Express. But you know what? If you think about it like this, I'm doing you a favor. I'm prolonging you destroying your Osmo action. I'm prolonging the fact that you're destroying your Osmo action. Think of it that way, right? That's one way to think of it, right, Paul? Paul? Is that a way to think of it, Paul?
With FPV, you're going to crash everything, yes.
You're going to break all the things with FPV. So I'm just, I'm prolonging that.
Freeman Ariel, $4.99. Thank you very much, bro.
Why are you? Oh, thank you. I didn't even see that. That was not on my screen. Thank you, Freeman Ariel. Hey, let's do it one time for the one time. Damn it, wrong one. Hang on. There he is. I'm so bad with buttons, Paul. I got to make that cricket sound so much. Buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I ask you to do the simple things, Paul, with the stream, and then it takes a year and a day, and then I do it myself, and I don't do it as well. So, what am I going to do? What can you ask for
find
free?
A PNG for an Evo 1. I mean, really, come on.
I didn't think of asking you. I just wanted to do it. So, Flyware High Wisconsin says, how long is it going to take my? I told you all, you got to message Zach at DroneWorks for your wristband. You know what? These wristbands, though, I'm just going to be completely real. These things, the DroneWorks wristbands sort of sucked. This was black when I started out. This was a black wristband. It is now red. So if that tells you anything. So yeah, there you go. All right. So we got, what an interesting week, right? So it's been an interesting few days. But
You don't say.
interestingly enough, today I see that the DJI FPV system has leaked officially. That's surprising. Um, I've got some thoughts on this, but I think most of my thoughts are, um, I think my thoughts on the FPV is that I have some concerns, right? I have genuine concerns for the FPV today. And I think only because I fear that people are going to buy this and think that it's easy. Like, bam, I'm going to be able to fly FPV.
Yeah,
I'm
because
going to
it
be
has
able to.
DJI's name on it.
Right,
It must
right.
be
It's got
easy to fly,
DJI's
right?
name on there, and they imply that it's going to be easy. I think that I
They
feel
better
that it's
offer some great plans with that, refresh plans or something with that.
well. So that's the other thing. I don't know anything, but I fear that people are going to buy this and they're going to destroy these things for starters. They're going to fuck them up. The other thing that I think is people are going to think that they can immediately emulate their favorite FPV superstars and just go out there, dive a building, do all sorts of fantastic things with it. And that's not what it is. And they have no level of respect for the hobby. And I'm going to be completely real with you. I didn't respect it either when I first started flying. I didn't respect it either. I wanted an easy button. I wanted to be able to snap my fingers and just be able to take off in stability mode and fly like as well as I fly my Mavic. I wanted to be able to fly. Now I see this drone, and granted, I don't know what this drone can do. I'm only speculating here, but I fear that people will buy this and they're not going to have that level of respect. FPV is an entirely different ballgame, and depending on what level of power, I can see people hurting themselves. I really can.
Yeah.
So that's a major concern, or I can see them hurting other people. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. And I feel that if you don't build it, you don't crash it, you don't really respect it, don't buy it. That's my thing. That's my genuine takeaway. There isn't a fucking easy button. If you're a GPS pilot and you want to fly, build a drone, respect it, actually learn how to fly, go through the proper steps to fly it.
Well, the
That's my
hard part
thing.
about these is if you don't build it, I mean, y- you're very good at what you do, and you still crash frequently.
I
in big
still
parts.
have a lot of close calls and I still crash. But that's the thing. When you flip these things into manual, that's all you.
Right.
That's 100% all you. When you watch like Steel, Ladrib, and you watch Nurk, that's all them. That's 100% them. That smoothness that you're seeing in their videos, that isn't the stabilization of whatever camera it is that they're using. That's just because they've refined how they are on the sticks. They're just that smooth. So part of me feels that there's definitely going to be some disappointment from people because they're going to expect that same result and they're not going to get it. There isn't instant gratification when you fly manually. Now, granted, people can fly in sport mode and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a super fun time, but I don't know. I just think, Mike says he never crashes. That's debatable. I've been with Mike. I've climbed trees with Mike.
I've seen some of Mike's videos.
Mike and I just climbed a tree this past weekend. I got my quad stuck up in the tree for a good 30 minutes. I had to give him my car keys to go back to his. This is the funniest shit. We're filming somewhere and we were just mid rip and I got my quad stuck into a tree. And it wasn't like incredibly tall. Mike bought this stick. He bought this stick. It's a retractable stick. It's got to be like 20 or 30 feet long. And everybody said to him, "Why do you need that?" When he first bought it, people laughed at him that he would keep it. He would keep it in the back of his truck. But as soon as I got stuck in that tree, the first thing I said to him was, "Hey, do you got that stick?" And he chuckled. He's like, "Yeah, it's in the truck." So he had to drive back to the truck to get the stick to get me out of the tree. And honestly, I'm throwing cinder blocks. I'm throwing 2x4s to try to get the drone out of the tree. None of it would have worked. But that's FPV. But that's what happens when you fly like this. Those things are going to happen. Those are the experiences that you could expect. And it's those situations that prepare you for the unknown. And that's what I fear a lot of people will probably miss out on if they when they buy the DJI kit. I'm not saying the DJI kit's going to be bad because we don't know. I'm just saying that's what they're going to miss out on. That's what I think they'll miss out on.
So we have a question from a guy. I actually saw him in Jake Sloan's stream before we were in here. Felipe, what's up, man? I think I answered this question, but we'll let you answer it and see what do you think. It says, I have the Mavic Pro 2. Should I get the Air 2 or the Mini for traveling? I'm thinking about the Air combo with the smart controller. Could I use it with my Mavic Pro 2 as well? I know the answer.
I would go Air 2 all day long because the Air 2 is already compatible with the smart controller. It's going to be the seamless combo. It's not going to be like the smallest drone. Like the Mini is really small in comparison to the Air, but I think that if you want the most seamless combination, then you got to go with the Air 2, especially if you already have a Mavic 2 Pro.
Right. I mean, if you want the smart
worth
controller, right now the Air 2 works and the Mini doesn't.
100%.
100%. So that answers that question. If you want the most portable, the Mavic, the Mini 2, but the Air 2 is still very portable. It's just,
I think the Air 2 is pretty damn portable.
In your palm of your hand, like the Mini 2, or your front pocket as easily. You know,
I think the Air 2 is still incredibly portable. I love it. Like half crow masks. How cold is it with that hat? You know what it is? I also got a haircut. I got a haircut today. The haircut wasn't the best haircut. I didn't go to a barber that I chose. This lady cut my hair. Nice lady. She had a very nervous laugh though, and I already knew that was going to be a shit show. So nervous laugh equals shit show. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But it is 72 inside my house. It's 72 degrees inside my house. That's cold enough.
Lawn,
35 degrees out.
Sorry, I was going to cut you off there. Lon asks, what's the difference between buying a DJI system or any B&F FPV drone?
There's
built ready.
There's still a difference. You can buy any bind and fly drone, and not every bind and fly drone has a manual mode. Like you can't just even with a binding fly drone, you have to bind your receiver, right? You have to set your modes on your RC. So that means you have to figure out what arms your quad. You have to program that. You still have to do some fair amount of configuration within Betaflight to make the quad work. Bind and fly is a bullshit term, to be honest with you. And beyond that, you can't just put it in GPS mode and say, all right, hover. It's not going to hover. It's not going to hover. You still have to be manually in control. Even with the angle mode, there is still a significant amount of input that the user needs to put to that RC to control how that quad is going to fly. So you still have to learn how to fly. Angle mode just means like stability wise, left to right, you're going to be stable. That's the only thing angle mode does. And that means that you're not going to be able to do any flips and rolls. That's it. That is the only thing that it does for you. So, I mean, we're talking about something that looks to be a hybrid of some sort. If DJI has their hands in there, there's more to the puzzle than meets the eye, I'm sure. For sure.
Felipe just did a super chat for $10, just thanking you for the response.
All right. There it is. Slot machine. Is that acceptable, Paul?
Very acceptable. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm glad it doesn't really matter to me. What you can play whatever you want.
Screw you, Paul. Just optimize all the videos, Paul.
Put it towards
just
when
optimize.
It'll be all right.
Just optimize all things. Optimize everything, Paul. All right. So, shall we give away our first landing pad?
Ooh, yes. Let's do it. How are we doing this game show, bro? How are we gonna get him the first person to call in, and then?
All right. So, Paul, I need you to think of a question. Now we can do this. We can do this one of the three ways. We can either ask him a question about a regulation or a rule, because if they're getting a landing pad, I'm assuming they're probably 107, or we can ask them a question about maybe a previous video or something. I'm going to leave the question up to you. I'm going to create a link, and from that link, somebody can join the stream, and they get to answer the question. If they get the question right, Paul, they win themselves a landing pad courtesy of DroneWorks and Originaldobo. If they get the question wrong, we move on to the next person that possibly joins the stream. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Can you get a question ready?
I'm getting run ready. Yep.
All right. Paul's getting a question ready. As Paul gets the question ready, I am going to and Paul, I want a timer. I want a timer on how long they have. So I'm thinking 30 seconds, Paul. Is that fair? Let me see. Is that 30 seconds?
Yep. Yeah. Place.
Paul. All right. So 30 seconds we can't do. That's too long. We're going to give them 10 seconds. So I just put the link to the stream. So the first person that comes in here and answers Paul's question correctly, Paul, you're going to DM me the answer in the private chat window. Right,
I
Paul?
will.
All right. Private chat. Paul is going to DM me. Yeah. So Paul's going to DM me the question. So there's that. So when we see the first person enter into the live stream to answer the question, then we will pose. We're not posing the question before because we don't want to give them an advantage. We want to make it. This is a really nice landing pad, Paul. This is the Cadillac of landing pads, Paul. This is the Cadillac of landing pads. Okay. All right. So we'll see what happens. All right. So yeah, but you know what? I'm prepping myself. I'm wearing a hoodie tonight. I look like the Sticky Bandits because I am going to Philadelphia next Friday. I'm flying up to Philly. It's Billy and I's annual Christmas party. I'm really excited about this. We got our first person. Hang on. This is a good one. Here we go. Ready, Paul? Are you ready? You got a question ready? You got a question?
Not really.
Can you get a question?
I'm looking it up.
Let me do this.
You should have prepped me for this.
Let me do this. I see that Ivan is here. Ivan, hang on. I see also we got Rick here. So we're gonna get all these questions right now. So I'm going to let me find the questions. Give me a question, Paul. Shit, we got 3 people here for these damn things. All right, let's do this. How you doing, Ivan?
I'll give you a really easy one.
All right, Ivan, we're gonna get a question for you here in a second. Paul, give me a question, Paul. Paul, any day, Paul. If anybody wants to be a host. All right.
Man, you failed me.
He's just failing me all over. So let's do this. Let me do this. Let's see if I get this. You got a question, Paul? I'm gonna make it easy for Ivan. Ivan, can you hear me? Ivan, can you hear me? Any mic action? All right, we'll come back to Ivan. We're gonna go to Rick. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So for the landing pad.
All
right. You ready?
Hope so.
All righty. The FAA says if you're a 107 pilot, you can fly how high near a building or tall obstruction? How high can you fly over that building or obstruction?
You can fly up to it to 400 feet above the island.
There it is.
Above.
There it is. You fly 400 feet above an obstruction, providing you are a 107 pilot. So Rick's going to get himself a landing pad. Hey, Rick, do me a big favor. I know you are on Facebook. Shoot me a DM with your address so I can make sure that Zach sends out that landing pad to you directly.
Okay, on Facebook?
Yep, just shoot me a message on Facebook. We'll make sure that comes out to you, brother.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You got it, my man. Paul, you're really failing me.
I got one easy.
You got one? Okay, I'm bringing in our next guest. You need
to answer this one. You know what it is.
All right, so I'm bringing in Recovery Drone. Recovery Drone's coming in. Let's go.
What's going on?
How you doing, gentlemen?
This should be pretty easy for you.
Oh, I'm an old guy.
All right. Got the countdown ready, bro?
Yep, go ahead. I've got the counter.
What according to the FAA, what is the weight requirement for you needing to register your drone?
Any drone that weighs 250 grams and above and under 55 pounds is required to register with the FAA.
Paul, survey says.
Bing, bing, bing.
China.
Yes. Yes. Recovery drone is getting a landing pad. So we've got 2 landing pads left. 2 landing pads left. Recovery, send me no wait, where'd Recovery go? Where'd he go? Did you boot him? Where'd he go?
I didn't boot anybody.
Okay, so I know Recovery is on Twitter and he also is friends with me on Facebook. So shoot me a message, Recovery, on Facebook or Twitter for your landing pad. Okay? Shoot me a message on Facebook or Twitter for landing pad. All right, let's go. We got Ryan on the deck here. Paul, you got another question for me? We got 2 more left. I'm going to give Ivan another shot. Maybe he's got his audio fixed. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. How you doing, Ryan?
What up? I'm all right. How you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Hanging out with the puppies.
All right. Well, producer Paul has a question for you. It may not be the best question, Paul. I've just sprung this on Paul. We are very erratic here. Paul, question.
This is a little bit harder. This will be a tricky one.
All right, let's do it.
So,
see if you can stump me.
You get into a drone accident. You have how many days to report the incident to the FAA?
Man, my heart's telling me 10, but I think it's 5.
Final answer. Which one?
I think you have 5 days to report an accident to the FAA.
All
Wait
right,
a
bro. It is
Hold on.
10 days.
I was going to say, does it involve severe bodily harm?
Ryan, I want to thank you for playing the game, my friend.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
That was a little bit harder, wasn't it?
That was harder.
I thought he was going to get it. He said the right answer, and then I was like, oh, and then he doubted himself.
He did. Here's the thing. Don't ever second guess yourself.
I find that when I second guess myself, I end up getting the answer wrong.
You do, and that's why you work with me. So, all right. So we gave away 2 landing pads. Rick Halber got a landing pad. Lucky guy. Recovery Drone gets a landing pad. These are nice landing pads. I'm not shitting you. I'm not a landing pad guy. And I love to unfold and fold these landing pads like little tacos that are actually really big tacos. They're big tacos. That sounds disgusting, but they're tacos nonetheless. I love the way they fold up and fold in and fold out. I am feeling really, really good tonight, Paul.
I got another good answer. Good question for somebody. Relates to this stream very well too.
Okay, so here we do, Paul. Here we do. So instead of having to worry about, we'll give people who don't want their face on camera a chance here.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. We'll put in the chat. The first person to answer Paul's question correctly that Paul asks wins a landing pad. All right, Paul, go ahead and answer your question. And then Paul, tell me, wait, hang on. We got Joe Fotello. Let's see if Joe's here. Let me add him to the stream. You can ask your question. So we'll give Joe a crack first. Joe, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Paul, go ahead and ask your question for Joe. But Paul, hang on. Paul, first, put your question over in the private chat so I know. Oh, there's
I can
Joe.
hear you, but there's a crazy echo.
It could be the beer, Paul. Put down the beer. All right, Paul, put down the beer. All right. Joe, if you're listening to the stream plus having us open, that is probably why. Okay. Paul, go ahead and answer your question.
All right, this is one that goes for I don't know if Ken really does follow this. I mean, I'm sure he does because he's a pilot that never breaks the rules or anything. But
Never.
The FAA requires how many hours of being after drinking an alcoholic beverage before flying?
How many hours before bottle the throttle, Joe? Bottle the throttle.
48 hours.
All right, brother. It is 8 hours, bottle the throttle. FAA says 8 hours, bottle the throttle. It's okay. Don't worry. You have a chance to win something else on next Wednesday because we're going to be giving away stuff every single Wednesday. So next Wednesday. I know.
So
I don't know if
I
it's
got
going
to
to be
come
as good.
prepared for more questions. I got it.
I'm giving you that foreshadow now. All right, so Paul, come up with another question. We're going to put that into the chat because Joe is the last person there. So we've given away 2 landing pads. Rick Halber, Recovery Drone, won the landing pads. Each of those I've asked to message me directly so we can make sure those get sent out. I'm going to have Zach send them because you probably saw Jake's like, it's going to be coming through China. Bitch, I printed your mount last week. It's actually, I still have his mount sitting right back there. I'm going to ship it out tomorrow. I'm going to make sure I teabag it first before I box it up. Wonderful guy. Jake's such a wonderful person. What's your question, Paul? You tell me the answer first in the chat. You tell me the answer first in the chat, Paul. My chat, the private chat.
I know. I'm sorry.
The private chat, Paul. The private chat, Paul.
I'm thinking about these questions. I'm failing you.
I could just, I'd love to know where Jake lives so I would just hand deliver. I would just drive there and just give it to him. Guy.
Ooh. Well,
this beer is really kicking my ass right now.
Who's the person? Who's the we're bringing somebody else on?
No, we're not. No, we're going to put it into the chat. I'm going to read the question. They're going to answer. So what's the question, Paul? Ask the question of the chat, Paul.
I was going to ask. It depends on. Well, all right.
Ask the question, Paul. Paul. Hey, Paul. Gosh, I feel like sort of right now.
Okay.
Right now, my eyes are.
I got it. All right.
Okay, go. Let's go. Let's hear it. Let me hear it, Paul.
How many days do you have to request a waiver, a Part 107 waiver to the FAA?
Ooh, Paul.
It's a hard one.
Paul, what's the answer? Can you message me in the chat, Paul?
Oh, you don't know the answer to that? I'm surprised you don't know. Paul. You have your.
I'm gonna message you. Who answered it first, Pat or Pat?
Ooh, let's see. Was it? Shoot.
It looked
like Matt.
Matt was the first one with it.
Matt.
So Matt, you got it first. You are the first one that got it. So Time to Fly was just after that. Matt was the first person. So Matt, here's what you do. Matt, make sure you reach out to Paul either on Twitter or you can email him, Paul at info@originaldobo.com with your information email. So that way we can get that shipped out to you promptly.
Info? No. It's at Paul at originaldobo.com.
Is it Paul at originaldobo.com? Paul,
yes.
Paul, I've had a couple. Tonight's beer of choice, if I haven't already said it, is Cigar Cittery. Hang on a second.
Tonight's beer of choice is Guayabera Citra Pale Ale from Cigar City Brewery, a Tampa-born legend.
How'd that sound, Paul? How did that fucking sound, Paul?
That sounded beautiful.
Good. I'm glad you like that.
I have a good question. We'll be bringing it on. Come on.
All right. So we just gave away 3. We have 1 left for grabs. Let me just verify with Zachary that we do have 4 because I don't want to overgive. So let me just call Zach.
Oh,
I'm sure he's gonna be happy to take my call. I'm just gonna ask Zach. Let me ask him. He's probably not watching. He usually doesn't watch on Thursdays because he's like, I don't want to know. Chances it's gonna go to voicemail. He's probably sleeping. I'll leave him a voicemail.
Your call has been forwarded.
All right, let's leave Zach a voicemail.
0734434.
I'll leave it
in auto-tune.
It's not available.
I'm gonna leave it in auto-tune. Oh, fuck. Why did I do that? Jesus Christ. Well, that's fine. Stroll works his number anyways. All right. Yo! Hey, I'm giving away 4 landing pads. Just throwing that out there. If that's an issue, I would just text me and say, hey, no, I said 3, but I'm giving away 4, so I'm doing that because I can, and I saw that there's a box of 8, so I'm giving away 4. All right, let me know if that's a problem. Fuck you. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure.
I mean, Right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. So we'll give away one more. We'll wait. We'll give it away.
We'll make you guys wait for it.
We'll make them wait. What else can we give away, Paul? You want to give away your shirt, Paul? You want to take your shirt off, Paul?
Oh, I'm never giving away this shirt.
What shirt is that? Is that a Sony shirt? Oh, you Sony fanboy. All right. Hey, there you go. Some free Paul ass crack.
There it is. You always got to get it one time, right?
The one time Paul ass crack. There you go. You gave that away for free.
You didn't even really get to see it either.
No, I saw enough of that ass. Oh, hang on. Zach's calling me.
My camera camp.
Hey, buddy. Hey, how many landing pads did you say I give away? I give away 4?
Yeah.
Okay, because I gave away 3. So I'm giving away one more?
Yeah, 1 or 2, you pick.
Oh, sorry, that would be a total of 5 then. So listen, I said that you're shipping them because people say that I can't ship in a timely fashion. Is that acceptable that you ship these landing pads over me? Because I do suck at shipping. I don't have time for that.
Everybody's correct that said that.
Fuck you, Zach. All right, fuck you.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, man.
Have fun.
Bye.
People are saying they want me to take off my shirt, and they really want it. So if I take this off,
No. Keep your shirt on. That's $25, Paul. That's $25 if you take your shirt off.
You know what? I definitely need the beer money. So I mean, whatever.
You do need the beer money because what are you drinking tonight, Paul? Did we ever ask you what you're drinking tonight?
Oh shoot! I just gave it away. No, we never did. Nope.
What are you drinking tonight, Paul?
Good old.
You go from impressive to just jackass really fast. You really go from impressive to jackass.
I can't be amazing all the time.
Paul, I just want 1 week where you just actually consume alcohol at a level of high capacity.
That was last week. But if you guys missed it, you gotta.
What happened last week? Something happened last week. I just feel like last week was.
It was a
what
blur.
happened?
I don't know.
What happened? Did we drink too much or what?
Something happened. I don't know.
Blessed anyways. Ivan Vlog says, link please. Is that the link to win? Is that what we're doing? We're doing another link to win?
Ivan Vlog, yeah, you're saying a link, please. What do you need a link to?
I guess we can do another link, Paul. We want to invite somebody else on. It's always weird. Like sometimes, like when we invite somebody on, they're sort of like a deer in headlights. They're like,
your helmet, that would be awesome.
Like they're like, I'm here. What do I do? Well, if you have a beer in your hands, it's better. It's so much better if you have a beer in your hands. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. We'll have 2 more people on because Zach said I can give away 2 more. He said I can give away 5 now. So I know how many are sitting at the shop. So if I had it my way, I'd give them all away. I don't care. All right, Paul. I'm putting the link here. Do you have questions ready, Paul? I want the hardest of hard questions, Paul. If you're going to land on these pads, you're going to land on my pad. You're going to answer this question. Here it is. There it is. That's the link to the backstage extravaganza. I'll see you come in. I'll see your face. You'll be looking at the camera. This is how the last 5 people were in the backstage, Paul. Check it out. They were like, "Can I come in?" That's all I saw. That's all I saw. I'm really surprised that the Fuji autofocus hung out with that. All right, here we go.
I'm really surprised too.
All right, we've got Ryan. Ryan's back for redemption round. Ryan wants this landing pad so bad. He wants it so bad. He can taste it.
So bad.
He's ready. I can see it. I can see it in his eyes. Ryan, you ready? All right, Paul, hit him. He's drinking a Red Bull. We'll allow it. All right, Ryan, we'll let you drink the Red Bull. Paul, splash me with a question, Paul.
All right. You cannot fly how long? You're gonna need to know this with this landing pad.
The question, Paul. The question.
You cannot fly how long before sunrise or sunset without anti-collision lights? 30 minutes? Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Well, He won. You got it.
Yes!
There you go.
You said not to second guess myself, and I
You
was thinking
got
2
it.
hours, but
And
that
that's the
You
biggest
said it
thing.
firmly, like you knew exactly what was
The
going
biggest thing is if you think it, you thunk it, you thought it, you got it, you send it. You have to send it. You won it. Ryan, you just won yourself a landing pad courtesy of Autel and Hoodman. Be sure to send me your contact information or send it to Paul. Vice versa. Paul, make sure you check out Ryan in the chat so that way we can get his contact info. You
Yep.
know how to reach me.
How are you a Part 107 pilot yet?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so these are all questions you had to study for.
But you know what? The test makes you second guess yourself sometimes.
It really
Sometimes you
does.
second guess yourself. You
I'll
don't
tell
know.
you what, I second guessed myself way more during the studying process than I ever did on the test. The test actually was quite simple.
It's open book too, so it does
Yeah.
does help. It is open book. It does help. All right. Well, you got that landing pad. So Paul,
Perfect.
get the information. Make sure we get that out to Ryan before Christmas next year.
Contact me.
Contact Paul Holly Feinberg. I need addresses so I can give the Zach because he's better at shipping than I am. Thank you so much, Ryan, for joining tonight.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. See you soon.
Yeah. I love these 107 questions because they are tricky. Like, and it just gives you a little bit of taste if you're considering getting your 107 or you haven't yet taken
This
that
is good
exam.
practice for me because I
It's
really
good
need
practice. You need to just do it. Here's the thing. Don't second guess yourself. Just go out and you get it. You just go out and get it. All right. So before we give away another product, let's talk about Beagle drones making a splash in the news here. So Beagle drones recently, Dwight, I'm good. I'm pretty good friends with Dwight. I wouldn't say I have a bias towards Dwight, but I think I understand their operation pretty well. Josh Bardwell recently did an interview, did this whole video on Beagle drones, and he sort of like laid the legwork, I don't know, the footprint that he thinks that there's something more going on with Beagle because of their prices of their quad based upon the frame they were using and blah, 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 blah. He went on for about a good 20 minutes, I feel like. What's funny is Beagle drones, I've been to their corporate office, and I say corporate office it's in the middle of a cornfield, right? They're literally a startup out of a garage. Like literally it's a shoebox on the side of the garage of what looks like his dad's business. Like that's it. Four guys run this entire company. And it's funny because they were claiming that they thought they were venture backed, like there was a venture capitalist group backing them and that there was something that didn't meet the eye. And I laugh about the entire thing, that whole interview, because, here's the deal. Like if you're going to go in business to be in business, you're doing it because you're going to do it right, right? Nobody goes into business to fail, right? So if you're going to do something right, you're going to make sure your SEO is right. You're going to make sure you have good searchability. You're doing the same things you do here on YouTube. And I feel like the Beagle team, they did that. Now, albeit the products could be a little bit better, like their drones are overpriced for what they are, at least the Kit 1. But, what I like about it is like Dwight, he's not an asshole. He's not like, all right, we don't care. Screw you. Give us your money. It's like, all right, well, how can we make this better? I don't know. I felt like the interview was a little bit slanted. And the only reason why I bring this up, because I got countless comments basically claiming that these guys were scammers. And I'm just like, no, that's not the case at all. It's so not even the case at all. But I've noticed that lately, like videos will start out very negative and they just continue on with that trend. And like, I felt like they sort of jaded his vision. You're always in business to be in business, Sort of weird.
Very.
But I had to say that because I was like, no, fuck that. Either buy it or you don't. Who gives a shit?
Buy it or you don't.
Right, exactly. That's the thing with every drone. Like, either buy it or you don't. If you don't like it, you don't buy it. You want it, you buy it. Who cares? Rick sent me his
crack it and don't buy it, man.
Right, and that's the thing, because every time we we review something or we look at something, it's amazing. It's hype. There's so much hype because there's so much excitement. But I wouldn't say like drone kit really like was amazing. Like for a beginner, somebody who doesn't have the skill set to solder or build, then yeah, that's a good way to go because it sort of gets you into it, but it's a good beginner. You're going to pay to be a beginner, right? You're going to pay.
Right.
You're going to pay to learn. Like when I was an auto mechanic, I didn't know any better. So I used to have to pay senior technicians to show me how to put together things on vehicles. So I would have to give up my labor, my commission to get knowledge. Sometimes you pay to get knowledge. And I think that's the case with some of these drone kits that you have to put together is that you're going to pay to get knowledge. Unfortunately, that's just the inevitable truth. And even though there's so much, information out there on YouTube, you got to sift through all these random videos, and who's got time for that? So I don't know. That's just the sort of thoughts on that. Somebody says I will only buy long range drones unless FPV. Yeah, I mean, there's really not that many long range quads for FPV that are like really going the distance. I don't really see it anyways. But Paul, you okay? You okay, bro?
Yeah.
You all right? You seem very quiet tonight, Paul. We didn't bring on a special guest tonight, though. I took a reprieve. I took a breather from special guests. I just wanted a little bit of you and I, a little bit just you and me, Paul.
Quality time.
A little bit of quality time. A little bit of polity time.
I feel special.
You should feel special, Paul. You should feel special.
Brings a tear to my heart.
We still got one more landing pad we want to give away. But
I got, do we want to do a Dobo question or an
yeah,
FA?
We'll do a Dobo question.
I got one. It's in the private chat for you. Let me know what you think.
Let's see. Oh, okay. That's a good one. All right. Let's do it, Paul.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So ask the question, Paul.
We're just going to let them chat it. First person to hit the chat.
First person to get this right gets the landing pad.
All right. Well, there's a guy called Originaldobo on his channel.
Mm-hmm.
What county water tower is featured in a lot of his videos? What county's water tower is featured on Originaldobo's videos?
That's a good one, Paul. That's a really good one. That's a hard one. That's going to make people maybe
really be paying attention to some of these videos.
Yep. That is a very good question. I have a feeling. Oh, Cardoso got it. Cardoso got it. Immediately, Cardoso got it. Attention to detail. Cardoso gets the landing pad. Yep, Cardoso gets the landing pad.
Did I just miss it?
Yep, Cardoso was so on the ball, dude. Right after Hillsborough. Cardoso Media, Hernando.
Oh, yeah.
Hernando, yep. There you go.
All I saw was, for some reason, there was a big delay. I saw Hillsborough, and I didn't see.
Well, I don't know where you're looking, but I'm looking at the chat, and I see Cardoso nailed it. So, Kenny, make sure you send me your contact info. We'll make sure that landing pad gets out. I don't know. Cardoso flies a lot of DJI stuff. You think his drone's going to feel? Do you think his drone is going to feel odd landing on an Autel pad?
We appreciate you, Cardoso. Thank you.
I do. Here's the great thing about Kenny's channel, Cardoso Media. You never really see him in his videos. His channel is not about it's like, how you see me or you see other people or you see Paul in the videos. You don't see Kenny really in the videos. His videos are cinematics, and he's grown a really interesting channel. Like his channel is just these sort of cinematic shorts. And what's amazing about it is the views. He gets a tremendous amount of views on just those videos. Like just like that. He gets a lot of views on those videos. Just that quickly. Which is pretty incredible. So it just goes to show you got to stick with your content. And if you start with something, finish with something. That's really all it takes, which I think is pretty damn awesome. So thanks, man. I appreciate you and I've known him for 3.5, almost 4 years now. So like that long ago. So I think that's pretty damn awesome. So, all right. So we gave away all the landing pads at this point. Ryan's asking, who do I send this email to? Hey,
Here, I'll
Paul,
just put
can
my
you-
email address in the thing.
Yeah, but make sure it's actually Ryan. Maybe click on Ryan's thing and see if there's a contact info for it. You know how that is, though. Sometimes with these, I don't think none of our viewers are that. But I need a list of all the winners so I can send to Zach. Tomorrow, I want to get all the shipping done before the holidays hit, because that's going to be a shit show, I'm sure. So, Paul, you're doing the weather tonight, Paul.
Weather.
I'm messing with you, Paul. I wouldn't do that to you.
You wouldn't do that to me. Well, no, never mind. Never mind. I'm not even going to do it.
Oh, Paul, I wouldn't do that to you. So, Paul, I'm thinking about buying another camera. I'm buying another camera, Paul. I'm doing it.
I mean, after you left the Sony family, I've been really sad.
Here's the thing.
I have nobody to chat with Sony stuff about. And
I know, but I love Fuji. I do love Fuji. I love Fuji a lot.
That Fuji juice.
But there is some things that I wish Fuji could do that it can't. And one of the big things that I want is more than a 30-minute record limit. And I want specific colors in my videos. No, I don't want a Sony. I don't want that Sony shit. I'm thinking about, had a conversation with Jared today, and he's a good salesman.
I know this is.
He's convinced me. He's convinced me on the Blackmagic 6K. He's convinced me. Like, I'm convinced that with the 18 to 35 millimeter lens, the Blackmagic 6K, I am going to be set. 2 lenses essentially, and I'll be set for that camera. I'll be set. I won't need anything else, Paul.
I mean, you already have a lot of EF glass anyway, so
I won't buy anything else. But I don't have an 18 to 35, so I will
won't
need it.
buy any. I don't believe it for a second.
I will, dude.
I mean, if I was your wife, well,
but you're not.
You're bringing a lot of money in, like,
You're
I
not.
wouldn't really care. But still,
although you show more ass crack than my wife does, so there's that.
Well, you're gonna get some tonight, right?
That sounded terrible. That sounded absolutely fucking terrible, Paul. That sounded
terrible.
I mean, I guess the more drunk you get, the more crack you get, right? So,
well, Paul, I am going to have another beer
after that.
I am going to have another beer, Paul. Paul, this beer. Let me tell you about what this beer stands for, Paul. Let me talk about this beer. Okay. Let me talk about this beer.
Let's hear about the story, yeah,
briefly, because here's the other thing too, Paul. I threw away my coconut tits, Paul. I threw away my coconut tits.
Thank goodness,
my
because I wasn't even here that night. I had no way to control you. You would never wear coconut.
Yes, I've wore coconut tits before, Paul.
Not in my presence. I want to see that.
Yes. Oh, you know what I meant to show you too, Paul? I meant to show you this. I got to bring this open here. Let me get into my email account here, because we're doing something. I made some changes this week. So Zach and I, we've been going back and forth on some things for what we're including in our packages. So for the longest time, we've been including, what is it? We've been including like lanyards and stuff for our packages, Paul. But yep. I wanna just share this with you, Paul. I'm gonna share this with you.
Cardozo Media, I never got anything from you. So if you said you Twittered me, I didn't get it. I don't know. And I can't Twitter you because it's blocked on the message.
So check this out. So for now on, so I made this with Zach. We did this. So in every single DroneWorks order, so anytime somebody orders from DroneWorks, the first thing we're going to give them is a laminated. So we laminated these, and they're going to get this in their packages. So you buy a drone through DroneWorks, we're going to give you a pre-mission checklist along with this right here that can take you out to the FAA drone zone so you can register your drone. But it basically goes down, gives you a checklist. Basically gives you things that you need to know. So everything you can know as far as rules go, you have a laminated checklist that you can take with you. You can circle it. The reason why I wanted it laminated was because people can check things off. Like they can go through and check things so they know. But because, you know, what we get a lot of times, we get a lot of warranties, a lot of questions from people who just bought a drone. They have no idea what the hell they're doing. Where do they find that information? So the first thing I want when somebody opens one of our packages now is to have this. Whether there's somebody who knows what they're doing or not, they're going to have this. And then what I'm also going to do is in the description of all of our videos, we're going to make this downloadable so somebody can quickly download this if they want a pre-mission checklist. These are all the things that we look for every time we go and we're flying. We're doing our thermal scans. You know, it's just the basic fundamentals of flying. You know, it seems like a lot,
you do
but
your
it's not.
pre-flight checklist. Do you like write it down in a notepad, date it so that you know every single checklist you've done in the past for these or
I haven't. I mean, I rely heavily on flight logs, but I mean, I'm going to be completely real. It is incredibly useful to document some of this information, to document some of this. Like when you're working for clients, like we do a lot of thermal scans. So we have a daylight waiver. So we're doing a lot of our scans in the twilight hour, like whether it be after sunset or just before sunrise. So we're trying to get things out. So we try to keep logs because let's say, God forbid, we had an ESC failure. We lost a drone or something. We have to talk to our insurance company. We need to show them that, hey, we did everything right. It's really more or less for insurance reasons that we do most of that. So yeah, it's always a good idea to keep a little log of what you fly and when you fly and why you fly. But mostly we do that for insurance.
Like the FAA don't. I mean, you have to get a waiver through the FAA. I mean, would they ever? Why would they come after you ever and ask you if you got a waiver? You know,
because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know these things. Like if they come after you, it's because they don't know. They don't know. They don't know who the fuck I am unless if somebody reports me on something. They don't know who I am. They don't give a shit.
They don't know you.
You know, it's just like think about it like this. You're speeding down a highway. You may or may not have insurance. If you live in Alabama, you probably don't have insurance on your vehicle, right? Because that's how Alabama is. But they don't know that. The police don't know that. They don't know anything unless if they run your tag. When you're dealing with recreational or commercial flights, they don't know unless if they run your tail number. Or they figure out, say, hey, well, wait a second, this guy doesn't have his license. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. It's all by discovery, you know. But if they discover enough shit on you, then they're gonna really, really stick their dick up your ass. God, I said that. That's terrible. But I did it, and I did it as I just did it. So full send on that.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. But you know, it's one of those things. Like I always think, well, you know, especially like being here on YouTube, like I always think to myself, all right, people are watching this, cross your T's, dot your I's, that sort of thing. That's the way I've always been. Even when I first started, like, and I started having any sort of amount of viewership, I really thought, like, I was always against like range test for a long time. I even said it in countless videos. I'm against range test. Same thing. You never know who's watching. You always got these assholes out there, right? You always got assholes that want to really try to make your life miserable. End of the night, the way I look at it, you're not going to make my life miserable. Right. I'm not going to let you.
I never really understood the range test anyway. It doesn't.
I never understood it.
Fly 3 miles away from where you're, or they
right. And when you get that far away, you can't control the drone in the same capacity that you control it when you have it close. Like my best work comes from when I can see the drone, when I can physically see an obstacle or something. And I'll be completely real with you. One of the things that's happened since flying FPV is I've noticed I have a loss of skill flying a GPS quad. Like I don't fly with the same confidence that I used to with the GPS quads that I do with the FPV. When I'm in the goggles, I'm like, I'm locked in. I'm like, I got this shit. Like today, let me see if I can bring this up here. I was working with my brother, right? And we were doing, let me see if it'll let me share this, dude. I don't even think it's gonna let me share it. I don't even know. Let me see. Maybe
you think
not.
Flying with the goggles for a regular, GPS quad, would it be a better experience for you personally since you're used to FPV, or
that ain't working?
Does it make a difference?
What's that? Say that again.
Do you think the experience of flying with goggles on a GPS quad would be a better experience for you since you're used to FPV now, or what?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question, Paul Feinberg. What the fuck is this doing? You know, here's the problem, Paul. I've had a much too many. Let me see if this works.
I'm asking too deep of questions right now. It's probably a bad idea.
You're asking too many questions, Paul. Let me see if I can share this out like this right here. Like, I feel like, hang on a second, Paul. Paul, hang on a second. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Here's one. Can you see that, Paul?
I can see that.
This is a shoot I did with my brother today. So it's about golden hour. I'm gonna lower the volume. I don't want to hear it, but this is a shoot I did with my brother. He had this massive property, and this was a house. Like, we were trying to figure out how do we showcase like this massive plot of land. And I was like, let's do the FPV. So we just ripped through this property today, and there were so many shots where it was like, dude, there was turkeys and stuff. It was amazing. Honestly, I'll just say I probably had more fun on this property than any other house. That was a really shitty shot right there, but you get the idea. I felt locked in. I couldn't fly that with the Mavic. I wouldn't be able to fly that. I wouldn't have the confidence to fly that with the Mavic. I mean,
I wouldn't either. I would be afraid I was going to run into a tree or something.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm just going to tell this feller.
I mean, if I flew the Evo, it probably wouldn't even let me fly that through that, unless I turned off the obstacle avoidance.
Hang on a second. I want to let Recovery. He tweeted me his address publicly, so I just want him to DM the address. It's 10 to 1, 5 the other. I feel really something fiercely, like, not intoxicated, but pretty close. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know what I mean. All right, cool. So we got anyways, yeah, man. I'm excited about this. So I'm going through, I'm stabilizing the footage as I go. I'm going to stabilize all the shots, hand them over to him. I don't even got to edit that. So, but one of the things I did was I did film another video for this. So like, we're doing this for the entire month of December. We're doing 31 videos. Now, today we didn't do a video because a stream counts as a video. So this counts as a video, right? Because I'm here, I'm filming, I'm talking. This counts. Don't tell me it doesn't count. It counts. So tomorrow we drop a new video. Did you already optimize that for me, Paul?
Yep.
All right, cool. So tomorrow a new video drops. The worst drones of 2020. The worst drones of 2020. The biggest fails. 3 drones that I feel failed in 2020. That would have been
a good question.
Right? I feel like
one of those,
and I feel like I really dug in on a couple of these companies because they need this. But
if they know your I think if they knew your content, they could have guessed those. At least 2 of them on
Yeah, you think? What would your list? You already saw the video, so I can't ask you.
You can't ask me.
I can't ask you. You already saw the video. You're biased.
So two of those drones on your list would have been 2 of the ones I would have picked.
So Brad Hendo says the V-copter. That's one of the drones. But there's 3 drones that I consider to be the worst drones, the biggest failures of 2020. These are the biggest failures of 2020. So think about that. What drones failed 2020? So V-copter we know is going to be somewhere on that list. Like right out of the gate, we know that shit's going to be on there.
Bing, bing, bing. Eddie Nunez
got one of them. We've got the Power Egg. Go figure. It's crazy like how well aligned our minds are. So the Power Egg's definitely on that list. So now there's one more drone that I feel was a massive failure.
Never even heard of Zion.
Xeno wasn't a failure. That I don't really rank the Xeno because the Xeno is like sort of toy grade to me. Xeno is like, here's the deal. I'm going to piss a lot of Xeno pilots off right here with this. The Xeno is like this maybe get me in trouble. I probably shouldn't say it. But the Xeno is like the drone you buy if you're drunk flying on a Delta flight. You open up the Sky Catalog magazine. You see that they sell drones. Don't say it, Paul. I don't even want you to acknowledge anything that you see in the chat at this moment.
Nope, not going to.
Because then you just gave away the entire video. So you say nothing, you son of a bitch. But that's what the Xeno is. The Xeno is that drunk drone purchase that you buy and you're like, oh shit, it's as it was on TV.
If you want to know what the third one is, just watch the video tomorrow. You'll find out.
You just have to watch the video tomorrow for the third one. I gave away 2. So, and what's great about it is right when the video starts, we get into the only drone that we haven't talked about right now today.
Yep.
we get right into it. I waste no time. I rip them apart from head to toe, which sucks. And then Friday's video, we are doing something different. I wanted to talk about drones in real estate, but specifically FPV drones, because I see a lot of people trying to implement FPV into real estate, but I feel like they're doing it completely wrong. I keep seeing these same videos happen and they make me cringe every time I see it. So I took the opportunity while I was on site to do like a little mini vlog. So Friday's video is going to be about that. I think it's going to be a good video. I think people will learn a lot from it because these were the things that helped me decide how I wanted to implement FPV and actually make money with it. Like, so if you're going to fly FPV, you can make money with it, but how do you implement it in a manner that an agent or a client is going to perceive necessary? So those were things that I thought about when doing this. So good stuff.
I mean, honestly, with anything, I think even with FPV or any client work that needs video, you gotta shoot for the client or shoot for the project, not just shoot to show amazing how good you can do B-roll or how good you can fly your quad. It's really shooting for the shot and moving on. That's kind of the biggest thing, I think.
Paul, I've got so much respect for you right now, Paul. Juan says the Dobo beanie. This is my curmudgeon beanie. Like when I put the hat down here and I have it like up here, like I'm a bum. I'm like standing on a street corner with my beer and 40. I'm like, can you spare some change? Fucking. You know what it is? I'm prepping. I'm preparating for Philly, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for cheesesteak. I'm ready for Christmas time. I'm ready. I'm ready for all the things. I'm gonna send you all the photos, Paul, because you said to me, how you travel into Philly with travel restrictions? And I said to you, I don't give a shit. I'm getting off that plane. I'm going to Philly regardless. And I said, I am working because I am working. I'm filming this week. Next weekend, I'm working for Atmos. I work for Atmos Aerial Solutions. So I am going into Philly as a employee and I'm leaving Philly as an employee. Philly don't care. They want you to leave just as quick as you freaking came. They don't give a shit. So
yeah, I want to go with you so bad.
And honestly, if I get stuck in Philadelphia, I have a drawer at Billy's, so I'm fine. It's not the worst. It's not the worst place to get stuck. No. I mean, he's got 2 MacBooks. I can work off of one.
Parents are going to cook for you, right?
No, his mom. We just eat out. Oh, she loves me. She loves me. I'm like the second son, the son they never had.
Yeah,
I'm like the second son they never had.
The son they hope their son grows up to be just like you.
No, he's going to be better. He's going to do great things. He's going to be like a mayor or something. He's going to do great things. But that's what I mean. It's it's always a good time going up there.
Eddie, I think he would bring me with him, but it's right now I'm bound in my house. I can't leave.
Paul can't leave.
He really wants to bring me with him.
I will say that. What I want to do. This is what I want to do, Paul. God, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I can't wait. I can't wait till she watches the stream back and yells at you for my influence. I want to be the bad influence that Paul needs right now. Paul, you are yearning. You are yearning to leave the house, Paul. I can see it in you that you are saying to myself, I need some freedom. Paul, the freedom is running through your veins and you are just saying to yourself, not myself, Paul, but yourself, you're saying, I want to be free. But something deep down inside is saying to yourself, Paul Feinberg, if you leave this house, you're in trouble. You're sleeping on the couch. You're going to be
grounded.
confined. You're grounded. I know you can't say much, Paul, but blink twice if you're okay. Richmond Ariels asked me, Ken, can you talk about the project that took you 28 days to edit if I can? So for that project, I can't really talk about it. It really is exciting. However, it will be public soon. I just can't share the material because we don't own it anymore. We sold it. We sold the rights to the material. So unlike a house or something where an agent wants us to share these videos, we can't share this. However, when they post it to their website, we will be able to share it. I'm super, super excited about this. A buddy of mine, another fellow YouTuber, and myself, we started a company, like a full-on production company. So we are really excited about this because we got a really like a large client, and there's a lot of promise. So this could be like, I wouldn't say it's the start to the end of me leaving my full-time job, but I think it's pretty close. I think this could be the reason why I leave my day job. Because I will tell you, I'm really challenging myself by creating 31 videos plus trying to maintain a social life. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting what gives out first, the videos or my social life. I'm doing well today though. I'm not going to lie. I'm not totally drunk.
I mean, you got to break free every once in a while. I'm like when you're cool, you're working a lot lately and you're real stressed out. So it's good to see you.
I just, you know what I did, Paul? I said to myself, I'm really stressed. So how do I decompress? I have Disney season passes, and Disney season passes, they're great. They're phenomenal passes. They're wonderful passes. But I think I can do better. How can I do better than Disney passes? So I ended up, I got Busch Gardens passes.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I bought Busch.
I've been there in forever.
Dude, it's amazing, dude. They have all these new rides. It's amazing. They have there's nobody there.
I bet the lines are really short there.
The lines are super short. Dude, I got a haircut, Paul. Did I tell you I got a haircut? Look how shitty this haircut is. It looks like I got hit with a fucking weed whacker, Paul. That's why I wear a hat. I got hit with a weed whacker. This person just hit me with a weed whacker.
Didn't do a good job on the back. It looks terrible.
It looks terrible, doesn't it?
I mean, I could have done a better. Chelsea could have done a better job on your haircut. She does a pretty good job.
Oh, Paul, maybe I should have had her cut my hair, Paul. I think it looks terrible. Even if I put hair gel
a bowl on your head and cut around, and just kind of trimmed.
Usually I go to my guys, bro. But I said, you know what? I'm going to try Great Clips. They can get me in. Let me tell you, anything with the word great in their name, Paul, isn't great. And I have the biggest fucking ears alive. Look how red my ears are. This is where the blood, look at this right here. The blood is actually up here. Like all the blood is rushed here. This is white. I don't know why. Is this showing correctly, Paul?
I thought it was a beer, but
Paul, I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm probably not getting any tonight, Paul, with ears like this. I'm not getting anything with.
She'll just put a bag over your head. It's all right.
Put a bag over my head, Paul. Put a bag over my head, Paul.
Just put a bag over your head.
Put a bag over your head, Paul. You jackass. All right, Paul. I think this is sufficient, Paul. I think tonight we've done the best amount of damage, Paul. I feel good. I feel
I've had to pass out.
I've had 4 beers tonight now, Paul. I have loved every bit of Wednesday. I love to have a few. I love to kick back and just have a few drink. Okay, I love to drink. I'm not saying I like to drink, Paul, but I like to drink a little bit. Okay, I like to party a little bit. Okay, Paul.
I like to go a little bit hard.
I do, Paul. It's fine. Paul, you're a good guy, Paul. All right, Paul. I'm gonna call it here. It's 10:18. Let's play.
You're gonna definitely meet your curfew tonight, buddy.
Yep, I'm gonna make it there.
In.
We're gonna when's the next member chat live? Paul, when do you want to do another member chat live? You want to do Sunday night? We'll do a member chat. We'll do like an open members chat live, like Well, let's do a live stream Sunday night. We'll do a late stream Sunday night for members only. Like, I'm talking about a ridiculous, off the cuff, no holds barred members live stream.
No member.
Paul, can you even
cut the audio, bro?
What do you say, bro?
You cutting the audio, man.
All right. Paul's clearly had too many to drink. All right. Jake says, let's do a class on shipping. All right. Here, I'm going to do something for Jake so he can know that I've fulfilled all values. Hang on a second, Jake.
This is not going to be good.
Paul, this was a mount I printed for Jake. This was a mount. This is going to mount on a Bumblebee. A Bumblebee is an FPV drone. So Jake's Drone Life, I said to him, let me print you a mount for your Osmo Action. I even did it really nice for him. I just didn't ship it out because I'm really bad with shipping.
There's that Fuji autofocus right there. Terrible.
So it says DJI. So Jake, here, I promised you a complimentary tea bag. Here we go, buddy.
Oh, no, don't do it.
At this point, I'm literally teabagging.
I don't want to see it, dude. Nobody wants to see that here. You can't do that on this channel. Oh, great. We're definitely being demonetized right now.
All right. There we go. I'm going to make sure I ship that out for him tomorrow. I teabagged his mount. That's pretty good. I mean, that's all in a day's work. I just teabagged that for him. All right. I'll make sure that goes out USPS first thing tomorrow. It's going to fly 10% better. Easily 10% better now that I've done that. It's going to fly 10% better. Right there, you're going to get the smoothest footage. All right?
The hardest.
Paul, you son of a bitch.
I want you. I need you. You got me right where you want me, baby. Ooh, yeah. And who knew what you do? 'Cause I'm me cold in my tracks, why don't you get up off of these high hypotheses? I'm not Socrates. I'm not trying to be cool. I think it's time to change the scene. Ditch the limousine, chicks and cellophane. I just came to see you.
That was a good show tonight, Paul.
Yeah.
I didn't like really teabag it. I was just messing with them because it's a stream.
Well,
I like
goodness. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that either, but
it was. I don't think it was like really on my balls though, because it was still in my pants.
I mean,
it was a good stream though. I do got to ship this out. You know what?
I definitely didn't want to see that, nor did I want you to have that on. We would have totally got demonetized for that. And
I appreciate that, but the problem is, I don't like when I say to you, I say, "Hey, Paul, did you ship this?" and you don't ship it. That's the problem.
I mean, how am I supposed to ship it? I live in Orlando.
So I ship it to you, you ship it to them.
Yeah.
I'll just dig through the text message. I'll find the address. I'll ship it out. I'm going to make a valiant effort tomorrow. I'm just going to wake up earlier than I normally do because I'm going to be probably a little bit hungover. So it's fine, dude. It's fine. So good stream though tonight, dude. I'm digging the new logos you made, Paul.
Well,
you got all the buttons fixed and everything. So that's good.
Pay me good money, bud. So maybe when's that first paycheck coming?
Next year, Paul. Next year, not this year. Not this year.
Whatever.
Did you happen to download? Did you download? Did you download the stream so we can archive it?
Why would you archive it?
Because I want to archive the streams. I want to save them. That's why I tell you, when you end the stream, you download it. So immediately when you click the end button, you download it.
They're saved on YouTube. Why do I need to archive anything?
So download it.
Okay.
Download it because I like to chop it up. I want to have a mixture of end of year streams, you dumbass. Come on, Paul.
You want to do your own little, YouTube?
Yes, a rewind. I want to rewind. I want a YouTube rewind for Dobo only. Yes, Paul, that's what you should be doing.
You should go out there and tell Mr. Beast that you want to do your own rewind.
I don't give a shit what Beast does. I am Dobo.
You got a beast, and we don't want to see that happen again. I'm telling you.
All right, well, good enough.
I'll have to fire you off your own show because
you can't fire me. Paul, why do I see people in the chat still?
I mean, you did not hit the button again.
You have the button, Paul. Paul, you have the button, Paul.
You call me the producer here, but I have no. Dude, you suck. Like seriously, I don't know why is it so hard for you to hit a dang button?
You son of a bitch.
I want you, I need you. You got me right where you want me, baby. Ooh, yeah. And who knew? Well, you.
I want to fire you, but it's Christmas and I don't pay you anything.
I want you, I need you. You got me right where you want me, baby.
I also just want to add a note here, Paul. I just want to add a note. On Halloween, I did tip over your candy jar.
I want you, I need you. You got me right where you want me, baby.
You a-hole. I quit. That's it. I'm done.